Stop
Exactly.
Let me show you what's going on outside this morning. Good Monday morning to you. Hopefully you enjoyed the weekend. Some gusty winds yesterday, but boy, it was nice out on the patio if you could squeeze in some time outside. I'll tell you this morning, not too bad either. A little bit more cloud cover. I'm going to watch some of these clouds out to the west. They could potentially drop a little bit of light rain on us, but nothing significant, nothing in the way of a day ruiner. A few more storms will be possible later this afternoon, though. Hold that thought. Let's get you out the door. Covert BK Automall camera looking pretty good. We've got dry skies at the moment and a current temperature in the upper 70s across the Austin metro. Humidity at 79% as well, but we've got some changes in our humidity after today. So it's still going to be hot. It's still going to be humid. Our heat indices likely a few degrees hotter than the air temperature. I expect us to reach about 96 with a low chance of storms gradually building towards the later part of the day, but I don't expect any cooling rain today. So we're going to be looking at highs in those mid to upper 90s. Hotter out towards the west where you get a little bit of some thinner humidity levels. As far as the storm chances go, it's going to be really tough because we're not necessarily favored for widespread storms. I think we're going to hold on to the mix of sun and clouds for most of the morning here. Once we get into the afternoon, the more sunshine we see, the more likely it is we get some afternoon storms in here. But I think the dry line is going to be a little too far out of reach. This computer keeps most of those storms out of our area. They get close later on tonight. And it's interesting that they bring in a couple overnight. But I think we could see a few isolated storms in the afternoon despite what this computer is showing. And if we do, then those storms could break the cap and could turn severe very quickly. That is something we'll watch over the next 12 to 24 hours. Storm Prediction Center seeing the same thing I am. It's a very low threat, 1 out of 5 from most of us, 2 out of 5 in the hill country. But if these storms are able to turn severe, it'll be hail and wind. Where we're likely to see some big time problems up in the Central Plains. Oklahoma, unfortunately, favored for a severe weather outbreak today. Big time tornadoes, very large hail, all of that expected up in Oklahoma. Here at home, if those storms are able to break the cap, if those storms are able to develop this afternoon, large hail, isolated tornadoes, damaging winds. Really everything's on the table except for flooding rain. I don't think that's going to be very likely this time around. That being said, after today, cold front comes through. Don't expect any change in the temperatures, but look at that massive drop in humidity. Our winds flip out of the west as we get west-northwest even as we get into tomorrow. And that brings us a brief little break from these humid conditions. It's still going to be hot, but at least we kind of bring the stuffiness down. Temperatures will stay in those mid to upper 90s even despite this front. As far as the 7-day forecast goes, I'm going to keep that 20% chance of storms in. Just keep in mind, although there will not be a lot of storms out there, any storm that develops could turn severe. We saw this on Friday, right? One storm, we had up to baseball-sized hail out towards Liberty Hill in addition to Leander. But it was it. It was just one storm. Everybody else stayed dry. Similar kind of scenario today. Most of us don't see storms, but if you do, look out. Mostly to partly sunny skies Tuesday, Wednesday. Few more storms expected Thursday. Right now, low chance for storms on Sunday for your Memorial Day weekend, but plan on the heat in those mid to upper 90s for the next 6 to 7 days. Tom?
All right.